What's up, everyone? Just doing a quick video. I'm a little bit sweaty. You might hear the wind blowing and everything. Got up early this morning, started cutting the yard. I really got up last night, or yesterday evening rather, right before the sun went down, and cut the front. So I said, all right, fine. I was getting ready to start on the back, and my wife was like, no, it's getting too dark. You're not going to be able to see. But I was determined to do it. So that's what I'm speaking on real quick, is your determination. And the reason why I came up with that was this past weekend I did quite a few events. I'm gonna put it like this: everything in my warehouse is being used except for maybe my lights and my 2 EV subs. Let me give you a breakdown of everything that did get used. 4 ZLXs, my Pioneer DDJ 1000 SRT. As far as my big system, 4 AA18s, 4 double 15-inch tops, my mixing board, my distro, everything from that system was being used. Here's the thing with that: when you're trying to, get to a level of where you at, you also have to be mindful of where you get your advice from. I could have taken advice from one person who, yes, that person has a lot of equipment, but they don't have business relationships with clients. They don't have long-term relationships with their clients. Or the route that I chose is to listen to the one who was giving me all of the gigs. Why? Well, for one, he stays busy. And some people might say, well, because he's cheaper. I'm not going to say that he's cheaper. He's like me. We're going to get out there and do what we need to do to make sure our client is happy. Are we giving away anything for free? No. But he's determined that he's not going to fail. And that's one of the things that I told him a while back. And now here it is. I had a little slow time. I had some extra equipment that wasn't being used in the warehouse, and my thing was, if it's on the shelf, then you're not making money with it. If it stays on the shelf more than 6 months, then you're losing money with it. Sell it, get rid of it, or whatever. If you need it, then go on a rent one and not have it sitting on the shelf. He was able to give me a gig. He was able to give another guy that I know a gig. Shout out to Wasi. I call his name out. Shout out to Jason for giving me some of the gigs this weekend. And here's the whole thing behind all of that. I had a lot of stuff going on this weekend, but I was determined that no one was going to stop me, that I wasn't going to fail or anything like that. Let me give you a rundown of the weekend, and I'll put up the video later on after I'm done editing. Starting from, I believe it was Friday, I had to go set up the AA18s, the whole passive system. 4 AA18s, 4 double 15-inch tops, the amp rack, the distro was there. The only thing that I didn't bring was the mixing board because I heard that it was just going to be DJs. But I should have brought the mixing board so that way I can control the level of the DJs. I got all of that set up. Friday night, started feeling a little bit tired, but I was determined. I went and did a party. I killed the party. This is not my saying, this is what my clients and everyone that was there told me. They said, I killed the party. Okay, fine. I knew I had a busy weekend this weekend, but I already had it in my mindset that I'm going to be better this year than I was last year. Even though the pandemic slowed me down on certain things, I made a different way of doing stuff, and I decided that I'm going to be better this year. I don't want to get back to normal. I want to be better than normal. Okay? Continue forward. Saturday morning, I had to go back down to the other venue and set up the mixing board. When I got down there, the LED wall was set up, everything. Only thing they had to do was just plug and play. So set up that. I left from there. I came back home, took a shower, changed clothes, unhooked the trailer, which that's what's behind me right now. Unhooked the trailer. I had to go further down into downtown Miami. I had a yacht party to do. Now, if you haven't done a yacht party before, let me explain one of the biggest challenges of a DJ doing a yacht party. Getting your equipment on and off the yacht and getting it up to whatever deck that they wanted on. This ship had 3 decks. First deck, dining area. Excuse me, no problem. Second deck was where I needed to be at. I went up there, I took a look, and I did bring 4 EV-ZLXs because I planned on putting 2 or 3 on the second deck where I was going to be playing at, and maybe 1 on the upper deck. They already had a system, partial of the system. Well, no, they had a full system there, but it was scattered. What they had was a QSE K10 and a EV EKX 15 on the sub on the second deck. The other K10, which was supposed to be in there, that was upstairs on the third deck. Okay, not a problem. I brought 1 EV in on the second deck, so now I got 2 speakers in the sub for that one. I put another one upstairs on the third deck, and I rolled out like that. And I brought my controller in there. I brought more stuff than I needed, but I prepared for the worst. I wanted everything to be covered. I wanted my client to be happy. I didn't want no complaints. I wanted everything to be on point. And what I found out with me is a lot of times before events, I get nervous. It wasn't until I was speaking to one of the young ladies that work with my other company that I work with, Mega Source Entertainment. Shout out to you, Richard. That she made me realize it's not that I'm nervous before the event, it's that I want more and I expect more from me than my client expects from me. So, again, that's that determination, that's that drive. So, going on with this weekend, I did all of that. And for those of you that follow me on Instagram, go look at one of my last posts. It's multiple pictures on there, but one of the comments that the young lady that hired me, shout out to Gwen. I know Gwen for some years now. I'm one of their DJs for the Brown Girls organization. And Gwen posted up on my comment that didn't have nothing to do with the party. Well, I don't care what this, and that, but you showed your A last night and you killed it and what have you. This is not what I'm saying. These are what customers are saying. Why? Because I was determined. I don't care how tired I was. I wasn't showing any idea or any clue how tired I was. I went in there and I killed it. I think Saturday night I worked harder than as far as DJing. I put my all into it. I had other people commenting on there saying, oh, well, I haven't had this. I don't even know what song that is. Some of the songs that I played on there were some old songs, and I replied back to the brother, hey, listen, why don't we sit down and have lunch one day or something? We can exchange some music. Never know. That's how networking is. I'm not done yet. So I was determined to do that. I was determined to rock that party. And I felt like, for one, there was a delay with moving the yacht from where I loaded up at to where the guest was getting on at. See, rain's starting to come down, but I'm going to finish this video. I'm determined. And once I did that, there was a delay because we had to wait on 2 more yachts to load their guests on. There was a wedding, there was something else going on, another one or whatever. And I said, you know what? When these people come on, I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna give them 150%, not 100%, not 110%. I was determined that I was gonna give them 150% from the beginning to the end, and I did that. There was a saxophone player that I was supposed to play downstairs during dinner, and he came upstairs. He was like, no, dude, you need to just keep going. The music is being played downstairs through the speakers in the ceiling, because I was patched in throughout the entire boat PA system. And he said, no, dude, you killed it. Okay. I said, I didn't want him feeling any kind of way, but he actually enjoyed it. And he was like, bro, I've never heard anyone play like you before. I was determined that I was going to gain clients. I was going to gain followers. Followers is one thing. I'm cool with that, but I want to gain clients, because when I gain clients, then I gain network. After I get the network with them, then I might get the network with their friends, and the business continue. So again, I was determined that I wasn't going to stop. Now, when it's done, I'm packing up. I'm getting off of the yacht. The birthday lady came up and hugged me, gave me a tip. There was another guy that was standing beside me, gave me a tip. I don't know how much money I made in tips. I wasn't even counting that. I wanted to make sure that she was happy. What made my night was her son, which I didn't even know that her son was that old. I didn't know how old the brother was actually. Her son, and by the way, she just turned 50, and that was another thing that inspired me, that she lost 50 pounds by the time she turned 50. So the party was labeled 50 by 50. Okay, it was great idea on that. Her son came up to me and gave me a hug. You're like, hey, you made my mama happy. I was like, okay. I said, wait, I turned around, your mama? I said, yeah, I'm her son. You made my mama happy. This is all she was talking about for the longest. And he said, you made my mama happy. And said it with almost having tears in his eyes. I felt that. And I mean, okay, dude, I'm glad that I made your mom happy. I'm glad that I made your mom happy. That means I came here and I did what I was supposed to do, or at least what she hired me to do, and I gave her more than what she expected me to do. Determination. Let's fast forward to Saturday night. I went back by the venue once I was done doing that yacht party. Went by there. I'm listening to the system. Okay, system is banging. I was dead tired now. So the lighting guy said, well, no, he was fine with just shutting off the system. I didn't have to be there. So now my system is making money without me being around. My system was making money without me being around. I didn't have to be there to monitor it. Okay? So now let's fast forward to Sunday. Sunday, I meet up with Jason again. I got 2 generators in the warehouse. One is mine, one is my brother's. He said, is the generator available? Yeah. All right, he's coming to pick it up. All right, I was there offloading from Saturday night from the yacht party. I was offloading everything into the warehouse. I had the trailer then. I said, okay, cool. He hit me back and said, what about you got another generator? Yep, my brother's on. Actually, my brother was standing right there at the time. Hey, your generator available? Yeah, no problem. Okay. Jason took my generator. Bam, that's one rental. I want to drop off the other generator for him for a jet ski party. That's not my first time going down there. Chained it up and everything. Make sure the generator is secure. Got my money before the trailer even opened up. Once the guy paid me, I went on ahead and set everything up, plugged him up, make sure he had power. Generator was full of gas, no problem. Then I went down back to the venue where the big system was at. Stayed down there most of the day. I did leave to go pick up the small generator again. Came back down there, and the event, that event there, it was a 2-day event at that venue. But there were multiple parties going on. There were more than, I'm gonna say somewhere between 10 and 15 parties going on within a couple of days. And I'm not talking about no small stuff or medium-sized stuff, and I'm not talking down on anybody, trust me, but these were big events. Some people were wondering, and I made a comment yesterday to a guy that wants me to DJ an event, or he'll bring the system, or you don't have to bring a whole bunch of speakers and da-da-da-da. And I've noticed that this person here been taking jabs at me for a while. Little by little, I've heard the jabs. I accept that. That's more motivation for me to do more than what you're doing. So, with that being said, I was determined that even when this event was over with, which I didn't expect for it to go that long, but then I thought about it, yeah, it was meant to go that long. It went until, I'm gonna say people started coming to maybe around 8 p.m. I'm thinking maybe 12 o'clock. No, not 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. We still going. And I think maybe around 1:30, 2 o'clock or whatever, another DJ got on, and it was like somebody flipped on a light switch. There was hundreds of people there. There was hundreds of people there to the point that even when I wanted to go back out and go check the speaker, or check the system as a whole, I didn't want to walk back out there because it was just that too many people for me to just try to get back to where I was at. I was sitting off to the side of the stage with the lighting guy, and it was packed. It shut down at 3. By the time I packed everything up myself, and I'm not even bragging on, yes, I did it myself or whatever. I'm not saying that to be bragging. I'm saying that because I was determined that I was going to get this done. I was already had my mindset that I was going to do it, and I'm going to have to do it by myself. And even though I was tired, I don't know, when that 3 o'clock came and everything was done or whatever, it was like my tiredness left my body, and my mind focus was on getting this loaded, getting out of here, getting home safe, and try to get some rest afterwards. I say that to say this. Nothing that I did this weekend was anything that happened this weekend was not going to slow me down, because before this weekend started, I was already determined that I was going to do this weekend. I was going to get it done with no excuses, no delays. I wasn't going to show up late or anything like that. All right? So I'm telling all of you sound guys, all of you DJs out there right now, you want to be successful in this business, you got to be determined that you're going to do that. So your mind thinks, so the body follows. Okay? You got to wake up with your mindset like that every morning. I'm not saying to go out there and spend no thousands and thousands of dollars on equipment. No, all of that stuff takes time. Be mindful of the stuff of the purchases that you make. Don't buy something just because someone else got it. That might not be for you. And I'm gonna say this, being that it might not be for you. Whatever and whatever God puts in your cup, that's for you to drink, not for anyone else to swallow. I say it again. Whatever God puts in your cup, that's for you to drink and not for anyone else to swallow. If you have certain dreams in you, you need to take the initiative to start making those dreams become an action and not just a dream or a fairy tale. You need to do that. Don't worry about what someone else is doing. Don't worry about what the other person has equipment or whatever, or what kind of equipment that they have. It might be better than yours, but how is your mindset? How is your skills? How are you with your clients? If you build more relationships than the other person do, then who's going to win in the long run? Do it brick by brick. No house was built in a day. No building was built in a day. No structure was built in a day. And most of them that usually are put together in a day don't last long because the structure might not be that strong. Again, that's that motivation. I just felt like I had to share this with y'all, my DJs, my sound guys, all my followers on here, and thank y'all. Again, I'm sweaty face. It was on my mind. I had on my headphones or whatever. I said, let me do this. I just got through cutting the grass and stuff, so I said, let me do this. I felt like I needed to share this because if I didn't do it now, I wasn't going to do it later. So again, that determination, that self-motivation. You need to look within yourself and get that. Anyway, you're truly one DJ Red. If you have not followed me or subscribed to any of my subscribe to my channels, please go ahead and do so. All of my new subscribers, I'm not going to go through and run down and call everyone by name. I know I have a list here. I've been getting the emails of everyone that subscribed. Even some from this weekend started subscribing and follow me on social media. I thank you. All of you guys that comment, when you leave the comments, I do try to respond back to every one of them. Thank you all. And also, anyone that's been following me with the PV amps, yes, I played 2 PV amps on the entire system this weekend. I still am going to get some more because I want a little bit of overhead, but those PVs, the police told us we had to turn the bass down, and that was my biggest problem, was the bass with those PV amps. And they played with minimum effort. They have a lot of power behind them. So if y'all haven't seen my video on that, I'll try to get the link for it and post it down there, where I didn't like the PVs at first, but it was something else. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for following. Shout out to everyone that support me right now, supporting the channel, and stuff like that there. Till then, y'all, be determined on doing what you want to do. Otherwise, you're gonna be living somebody else's dream. Till then, your children, DJ Red, I'm out.